The Shema is right here in a coded form. It goes like this in Hebrew: Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad. That simply says that the Lord our God is one single person. One Lord, not two, not three. So you immediately gather that your Trinitarian friends have been misled by the system into a new definition of God. And that's not a good idea at all, because Jesus would not have recognized that Trinitarian God. He wouldn't have understood it probably even. Paul would not have known what that was. He would have been very puzzled. So we recommend when you pray, you always remind yourself that the Father alone is the only true God in John 17:3. That establishes you in a good position before God, believing the truth about who he is. It's I3. Am speaking or are speaking? Which is it? It's a gigantic language muddle, and we don't want that. So I want to read from a very expert, Dr. Martin Werner, in his Formation of Christian Dogma. He said the following: the church found itself in a dilemma, in a problem. As soon as it tried to harmonize the doctrine of the deity of Jesus with the deity of the Father, how do you harmonize that with monotheism? The church found itself in great difficulty, scratching their heads. Werner says, according to the New Testament Bible witnesses, in the teaching of Jesus, no less, in concerning the monotheism of the Old Testament and Judaism, the one God, there had been no element of change whatsoever. Jesus didn't change the creed. Mark 12, Werner goes on to say, Mark 12:29, recorded for us the confirmation by Jesus himself, without any reservation, of the supreme monotheistic confession of faith of Israelite religion in its complete form. That's brilliant. That's 100% right. Jesus was a Unitarian, and so if we're going to follow Jesus, we'd better be Unitarians with him. Then he says, finally, the means by which the church sought to demonstrate the agreement of its own dogma of the deity of Father and Son, how to harmonize that with monotheism, remained seriously uncertain and contradictory. We don't want to live with contradictions in our mind. It's not even doing us good in terms of health. Our brain needs to be clear that one means one. That's why we recite the Shema. All we're saying is that the word I means one person. Your child of two listening today, if you address that child as Tom, and you say you are the only child, Tom, in the room, that child has no difficulty understanding it. At the most elementary level of language, and we don't want to have lies in our head.